In occasion of Gods of Metal, we are here with Mark from Epica, the mastermind of Epica, I can tell. But not only of Epica, because from different period, there is now a new project, but I think it is more a band than a project, called Mayan.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Okay. I would like to know, just to begin, how was born the idea to have a new band?
The idea was already born some years ago, but I didn't find the right people. And when we recorded Design Universe with Epica, then the idea really started growing, because with Design Universe I had the feeling that was the maximum we could do with Epica, and I didn't feel like starting composing a new album for Epica at that moment. I felt like at that moment it was not possible to make a better album. So Mayan, which is something different, something more extreme, where I can be only the singer and not play the guitar. So a lot of new challenges, and that made me reload the battery for Epica as well. So because there's a risk after a while when you are a lot working with one band, that it can get a little bit boring, and I wanted to avoid that. It's never been boring, but I wanted to avoid that it would get boring, and I would feel like not being able to make a better album. So Mayan was there and reloaded my battery at the same time for the new Epica. And since Mayan, there's a lot of inspiration for the next Epica album again. So we wrote already 40 new Epica tracks, so it exactly worked out like I was hoping for.
So maybe it is your more death soul.
Yeah, even Epica has a death metal.
In Mayan.
Even Epica has death metal roots, but it's obviously it's more it's softer Epica. Soft is maybe not the right word, but Mayan is more extreme, and yeah, that's also a side of me that I listened a lot to bands like Death, Hypocrisy when I was a kid, and Sepultura. So there's also a side of me who wants to go more extreme, and I can do that with mine.
Yes, in fact, because now I don't know what can I think about your influences, because with Epica there is more gothic, I think, atmosphere. Yeah. Instead, with Mayan there is more technical depth, and much more, because I think that there are many kind of music. But I would like to know, what is your real influence?
For Mayan or for
you, for your experience, the band that forged your metal heart.
Yeah, in the past, like I said, it started with Guns N' Roses. That made me get into heavier music. Then right after Guns N' Roses, I started listening to Megadeth, Anthrax, Metallica, obviously, Iron Maiden.
So you have to come here for the Big Four.
Yeah, all these bands are have influenced me. And after that, I started listening to more extreme metal, because in the past I didn't like grunge so much. So when I listened to a band like Amorphis, I thought the music was really great, but the grunge destroyed it a bit for me. But it took a while, and then I started appreciating grunge. Then I could also listen to Sepultura and bands like Death. Every time, more older I grew as a teenager, the more extreme metal I started to listen to. And nowadays I'm really picky with bands. There are not that many bands that are really outstanding for me, and one of them that is still an absolutely great band for me is Opeth. They deliver every time they make a new album. It's top quality.
You are waiting for September for the new release.
Yes, definitely.
But come back to your release, because in the very first lineup, I think that there was Sander Gommans, ex After Forever, and
right.
And you played with After Forever. Above all, in the masterpiece, in my opinion, the Cypher.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it was. Not only my opinion. And I would like to know, how was born this idea to contact him? Because I don't know how did you split with After Forever in the past. So I was thinking, how was it?
Yeah, the split is already a long time forgotten and forgiven. Most splits are not so happily. Also, this split with After Forever was not so happily. But some years, and that made all the wounds heal. So that was already all fixed, and we are all friends again with Floor, Sander, everybody. And Andre, the drummer, was always my friend already. Also in After Forever, that was always my buddy.
Yeah.
And after some years, then I met Jacques Drisse again, and with him I started the idea of Mayan. And when Sander heard about the idea, he said, "Yeah, I want to participate." So in the beginning, we worked with the three of us. We had some really good chemistry going on, like in the good old days. But Sander, he has to be very careful. He had a burnout. That's why also After Forever had to stop.
Yeah.
And this burnout happens when he gets a bit stressed and there's some pressure and he felt like it was happening like that again. So the band Nuclear Blast showed interest, and we said to each other we want to play live, Jacques and I. And Sander really didn't want to play live, so he probably got a bit stressed by it again, and he said, "Yeah, maybe you can better go on without me, because I don't really feel like playing live." And so it was for the better for him to step back. It was a pity because the things were going really well, but I think in the end it is also for the better, because when we got Frank Schippost, he's a guy who loves to play live, and he was so motivated. Since Frank Schippost joined us, things were going. And then within no time the album was ready, we could record it, Nuclear Blast signed it, released it, and yeah, it was like...
Quickly.
Yeah, really quick, yeah.
And in May, in fact, it has been released, Quarter Past.
Yeah.
Your album, the debut album.
Yeah.
Yes. And checking the lineup, we saw that there is Arjen and Isaac of Epica, but above all ex-God the Throne, so heavy sound, so
definitely.
Very cool for Mayan sound, I think.
Yeah.
And the special guest, I noticed it, Henning Basse. I can imagine how you have reached Henning from Sons of Season and Ex Metallium, but I thought he is a singer of power and heavy metal, typical.
Yeah.
How did you thought about him for the clean vocals?
Yeah, we checked out some YouTube videos. I knew already what he was able to do. He's a very versatile singer who can do many styles. And the other guys, they didn't know him yet, so I played some YouTube videos for them, and they were also convinced. And because I think this guy, even though he has a base in heavy metal and power metal, he can sing basically in every band, because he can do raw vocals, he can do power metal vocals, he can do everything you ask from him. And there are only a few singers that I know who have this quality to be so versatile. And so for us it was, there was no other option than asking him. So when he was enthusiastic about it, it was fixed.
Yes, because in my opinion, Henning is an underestimated singer, because he is really skillful also live.
He's exactly when you have, for example, people give always very good critics about when Roy Khan was still in Camelot. And Roy Khan is an amazing singer, but Henning, he's even more versatile than Roy Khan. Henning, he can do even more. So if people like a singer like Roy Khan, then people must love Henning's voice. And I think indeed many people don't know him yet. It's a pity, because I agree with you. He's an underestimated singer, because he's for me one of the top quality singers in the metal scene.
I agree too. Yeah. And the album Quarter Past, there is we told death metal, there is technical, there is symphonic parts, there are also chorus, and always checking the special guest, Laura Macri.
Yeah.
Yes. How did you discover her?
Yeah, I'm
curious.
We already got in touch many years ago by MySpace, and we once met each other on an Italian festival. I don't remember the name of the festival anymore, but it was the day I remember. That was a great day, sunshine, and Epica started playing, and there was so much rain falling down. We stopped playing, the rain stopped, and the sun started.
Rock and Fields Festival.
Yeah,
I was there under the rain.
Yeah, I met her there, and we talked, and she said, I'm also a singer, and in fact many girls tell me they sing, and then when I check it out on YouTube, it sounds horrible. But I thought with her, I think she might be really a good singer. So I checked her out, and I got goosebumps when I was hearing her voice. And that happened to me before when I heard Floor's voice, for example, for the first time. And so I thought, this feeling that means to me, I have to do something with her voice. And I started talking about my ideas that I had for the new band, and she was enthusiastic right away. Initially, she was only asked for one song, the Essenza di Te.
Yeah.
And but then she was in the studio, and Sasha was also very enthusiastic. So she ended up like singing 3 songs. So a bigger role than was initially for her. But she is so talented, and since then, when we asked her, and between then and now, she already won some competitions for opera singing, and really big competitions. And she's traveling all over the world. Yeah, she's going to be big.
So in this new album, great musicians, really.
Yes.
Check ahead for the perfect result, I can say.
Yeah, we only wanted the best. We thought when we do something like this, it has to be top quality. So even though we got for Nuclear Blast, as we were a starting band, relatively small budget compared to Epica especially, but we didn't want to save any cost, so we went way over budget, but we paid all out of the own pocket because we wanted to make the best possible debut album that we could do. And also Sasha Pitt, he was thinking with us to make the cost so low as possible, with the best possible result. Yeah, and all credits for Sasha for that, because
listening the album, it seems not a low cost. It seems you had a high budget, really.
Yeah, but the truth is,
congratulations to Sasha once again.
Yeah, because Sasha was thinking with us, because we all paid some out of our own pocket, and Nuclear Blast, even though the budget was lower than with Epica, it was still a good budget for a starting band. So it's not that we had a really low budget, but yeah, like 1/4 of an Epica album, and we just wanted to make the best possible result with limited.
Because I consider Sasha the best, the king, I can say, of the symphonic metal, because for the work with Angra and Rhapsody of Fire and so on.
When we talk about underestimated people, even though Sasha's well respected, but I think many people don't know how good he actually is, because I worked with quite some producers, but Sasha is really the top quality. That's why I always keep on coming back to him. He's
waiting for you.
Yeah, but he's a nice guy. He's patient. He has a lot of knowledge. He has a great feeling about what has to be done better with vocal lines and songs. So every idea he has, 9 out of 10 times I agree with him, while I'm not so easy to persuade with opinions, but with him he's always right. So 9 out of 10 times I agree with him, and
that's good.
Together we bring the album to the next level, and such a guy is really needed for a band to push you to the limit.
Okay, and we spoke that Mayan is not a project but a real band. In fact, you have played few shows until now, and we together Sons of Season, so you have an ing. And are you going to make maybe an European tour together, them maybe together Epica, so a big packet all together?
Yeah, we were thinking about that, because to do a European tour with only Mayan, that would be a bit difficult because the time is limited. Epica is going to tour a lot, but to combine, that would be a good idea. The only thing is, probably if we make a combination, then Simone won't sing for Mayan yet, because it would take away a little bit of the magic if Epica, if the people seen already everything. So and probably we save Simone for the Epica show.
Okay, because we have to consider that you have 2 great singers, 3. So Laura, Simone, and also Floor. You have the best from Holland, I consider, because in Holland I consider also Sharon Den Adel, another top. But you have 2 of 3, and Charlotte Wessels.
Charlotte Wessels, and also Anneke van Giersberg.
Okay, Anneke, yes. Aqua.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. ex The Gathering. And what about the lyric? Because with Epica you have particular philosophy, themes, particular themes. And for Mayan, the lyrics, what about?
Lyrics, the red line on the album is about corruption, abuse of power, governments, cheating, lies, money, fraud, and even the mafia.
Negative, yes. Maybe in the song, help me, the Savage Massacre.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
In the background, I heard
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, because everything what has to do with abuse of power and corruption, we made it involved in the album. So yeah, some things even you cannot speak about, but yeah, you can mention everything.
No, okay. Well, I think that it's enough. I would like to speak more and more, but the time
Yeah.
is what.
One more
what it
interview
is.
today, and then I'm free.
Yes. I am the last step from your freedom.
No,
to
there's
your-
one more
one
last
more?
step at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope to see a big packet, really a bill with Epica-Mayan.
Yeah,
Songs of
probably
Season are
after the
cool.
next album we will do a European tour.
Yeah?
And then for sure Italy will be included as well.
Because I imagine that you like Italy. You play often.
Yeah, and the idea is to make something really big. So to have a next step in the production also. So to have a great light show, some pyrotechnics, great sound facilities. And so compared to the previous tours we did, we always made a next step. But this time we want to make a big step forward to give the people the best possible show. Yeah, let's see if we can manage it.
Yeah, and we spoke with Yves about the future album of Epica, and we know that it is in work in progress.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
We have 14 songs ready, and it sounds. I'm really happy about it.
Okay, thank you again, Marco.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Scusa Paolo.